going on, guys? This series is almost coming to a close. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is John. I am the creator, founder of this New Dad's YouTube channel. And if you're clicking into this video, I'm assuming you're a small YouTuber, or you're a dad, or you're a new YouTuber just trying to figure out, what to do, what to YouTube about, how to do it. And that was me 14 months ago. So welcome. It's awesome that you're getting started and researching and doing all that. I wish you the best. All right. So today, and I got my notes here, so I'm going to keep looking down. But today we're talking about how you're going to present your content. In the previous series, we talked about your brand, your niche, and your content. Like, what are you actually going to talk about? But even after you decide all those things, you got to figure out how you want to deliver the content. So one of the ways you can do it is sitting down in studio, much like this, talking to the camera. You can have B-roll overlaid on top of this. Are you going to do a live stream and just talk to your audience live? There's just a lot of ways to do it. Are you going to go out in public with a camera? Are you going to vlog it out in public? Are you going to, I don't know what the other options are. Let me check my notes real quick. Yeah, I don't know. So there's I guess there's a bunch of ways to deliver your actual content. You can collaborate with other YouTubers. You can, reach out to them and ask them if they're willing to do a piece with you or be interviewed. There's this interview style. You can go online. I've done a few of those now, and it's a really good way to connect with other YouTubers, especially if they're not around in, proximity. Yeah, that's cool. So I guess the hard part for me, and maybe the hard part that, the thing you're going to run into also is how to be original. As a dad, you run into, or I run into these scenarios where it's like, well, yeah, every dad runs into this. And so how am I going to portray it in a way, from a perspective that is intriguing, that captures the audience's attention, in a way that's visually appealing, especially when, for dads, by nature, things are messy. You don't have time to clean after yourself or after your kids. As you can tell, this studio is pretty messy. How are you going to do it? And I guess, there are definitely really creative people out there, people whose content is like sketches. So they'll interview their toddler and edit it in a way that makes it seem like they're talking to the toddler. They'll set up little experiments with their kids and talk or debrief after the fact. Those are all super creative ideas, and now that it's been done, it's been done. I don't want to do that. That's it's beliefs thing, or it's LaGuardia Cross's thing. And so just being original is something you're going to have to figure out. I think for me, in the past 14 months, I've learned through just trial and error that, I don't necessarily feel comfortable in public vlogging. And that would be one thing, but then the other thing is, like, do I want to be comfortable in public vlogging? And the answer is not necessarily. Like, my channel is a dad channel, and so I don't necessarily. Most of my fatherhood happens in the home because my kids are so young right now. But maybe as this channel evolves and we get out to the park more, or go out to whatever, catch flights, go to the airport, or whatever. As we go out, maybe into the real world, maybe it will turn into more of like a take the camera, vlog in public style, and that'll be okay. So what I found for me, what's most efficient, most doable is recording in this studio, recording in my house, in the living room, and then doing a post or doing a storytelling kind of thing, much like this. So that's kind of what I think is going to happen for the near future, especially with a newborn. I'm going to stay home a lot. Yeah, that's once you figure out your brand, your content, your niche, all those things, you're going to have to figure out how you're going to actually deliver it. And I've given you some ideas of how you can do it. And the only way for you to find out what's going to work for you is for you to try it, feel what it's like. Different environments, different styles will have different challenges, and you'll figure that out as you go. but you know, they have their pros and cons, right? Like if you go out in public, and you got your camera, you got to be constantly like messing with the aperture, and the settings, right, to adjust for the different lighting. But the flip side, the awesome part of that about that is that it's very intriguing. You're gonna go out in public, you don't necessarily know what's gonna happen. It's kind of interesting, right? Whereas if you're in the studio, you don't have to mess with all the camera settings and all of that. In fact, shooting on a cell phone right now, but then it's kind of like, you know, it's very one-dimensional. So you'll have to figure out what works for you. But that's basically what I wanted to talk about in this series. I'm doing a YouTube series on, you know, what I've learned in the past 14 months. This is part 6 of 7. And then, you know, the next episode is just going to be basically where do I go from here. You know, I kind of broken down the different aspects that I've learned about in the past 14 months. And yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Comment below if you learned something from this. Maybe if you're going to try a different vlog style than you normally do. And, you know, I'd just be interested. I'm super active on this channel, so I'll reply to you right away. And thanks for watching again. Consider subscribing if you're a new dad, self-identified new dad, if you're in this new dad phase. Because you know, on this channel, I just want to inspire you to be the best version of yourself, even after you have kids, because life doesn't end. And you know, you can still get job promotions, you can still stay fit, stay healthy, have energy, and life can be great, even better than before. So